I would recommend you go get a used van. Obviously, commercial insurance. You're gonna have to put the down payment for the commercial insurance. Log Rock, official sponsor of the channel. Click the link in the description below for insurance rates, and you're gonna have some money left over. I would recommend you go to, and it's a little bit different for a van than it is for a box truck, because for a van, you can actually go to a real dealership. You don't have to go to Diamond Truck Sales, or you don't have to go to Ryder or Penske or Enterprise to buy the truck. And they don't use traditional banks, because traditional banks don't finance used commercial equipment, and then they force you to go through one of these hard money lenders or one of these equipment financing companies that's gonna do you dirty. They're gonna do you dirty. When you're coming in with the cargo van business, you can actually go to a Ford dealership. If you want a Ford Transit, you can go to a Chevy dealership. If you want an Express, or Chevy has that new electric van, I think it's called a Bright something, I forget the name of it. If you want to go a Ram, you can go to a Dodge dealership, and you can get traditional funding from a real bank, Wells Fargo, Ally, Chase, Bank of America, GM Financial. You can get, and obviously your interest rates will be way lower. I wouldn't even recommend, if you're coming into the cargo van business and you're coming in financing a van, if you're not going to do the cash thing, I recommend you go to a traditional dealership. I recommend you go to Ford, Chevy, or Ram. They're depending on the year, right? There may be some of the warranty left over. Maybe some of the powertrain is left over, depending on how many miles you get. Maybe some of the extended warranty. I recommend you go there, right? And the main reason is for the financing. You're going to get the opportunity to deal with a traditional bank. I wouldn't recommend going and getting a used van from Habib and them, or one of the local, van dealerships in your local city where they got commercial used equipment. I wouldn't recommend it. All right. So 25 to 45,000. This will either give you enough money to buy a van. You could get a van for around 20,000 and still have $20,000 left over, which is more than enough for a van for everything else you need and some working capital. Obviously, your commercial insurance, and you'll have some money left over. And then, just so an idea what vans are going for right now, I pulled up, just some Ford Transits within 50 miles from me right now here in Chicago. Those are ads. So, and here's the thing. Normally when people ask me, Mark, what type of van should I start with? Make sure you guys hit that like button. We got 75 people. We only got 30 likes. Let's get those likes up to 50%. Normally when people ask me the van of choice, I usually say a Transit 250 high roof extended. But not everybody is going to be fortunate enough to afford a Transit 250 high roof extended, even used. You can get a good used one that's pulled out of the Amazon fleet. There's a lot of Amazon fleet vehicles in my market that are averaging around $19,000 to about $30,000, and they usually average somewhere between 150 to 200,000 miles. Pro Masters, some Sprinters I've seen, and some Transits. A handful of my subscribers have gone that route. A couple of them have went to a dealership that I recommended on Archer, and I've heard no bad things. I've heard great things, and these guys are well on their way. They average purchase one of those used Amazon fleet vans for about $21,000. So you can go that route. You can go the dealership route. But I usually recommend a Transit 250 extended length high roof. Now, if you don't have the money, right, and you just must come into this cargo van business, you're working on the cheaper entry, right, as far as capital, then you can start with a 1,500 or 150. I have guys in my Discord. Shout out to D Jenkins. He makes averages about $4,000 a week gross in his van. He does OTR expedited. He has a regular Transit. He's got a 1,500 Ram or a 1,500 T50 T150 T154 Transit. He has a base model. Doesn't have a high roof. Doesn't have an extended length. He has a base 1,500 model, and he's killing it. He's killing it. Sometimes you have to work with what you got. So, I'm looking at right here, 2015 Ford Transit cargo van, basic 150, 5,900 miles. It's got 250,000 miles on it. I mean, it's a Ford though, so maintenance shouldn't be that bad if you got to drop a new transmission in there. And I'm just saying, transmission, I don't know if the transmission has been replaced in this or not, but this is a good entry level for somebody that's looking to come in on the cheap side. You know what I'm saying? Here's another 2015 for 7,800. These types of vans, I wouldn't recommend financing. If you don't got enough money to buy these types of vans outright cash, then you're not ready. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm just scrolling. I'm looking. I got it filtered from lowest to highest just to have an idea of the entry point of what's out there. You're looking at 2015's 8,900, 2017 8,900. You're looking at about 179,000 miles. Let me blow this up. 2018 89, 2016 95. Let's just scroll it, make it go a little bit faster. As we get further out, our 2016s, we're around the 10,000 mark now. 2018, 10,950, 185,000 miles. Let's see what about 150. Let's go back. I want to see what some 250s are going for. Let's get to some 250s. Let's get to some 250s just so I can. So these are 150s. Let's see what the 250 start going for. 50 miles out, still at 150. Here's a medium roof 2019. This is not a high roof. This is the medium roof. 13.9. This has about 175,000 miles on it. Let's see what the 250 start running at. Here's an extended medium roof 2017 for 1,500. That's a medium roof. Let's look for some high roofs. High roofs. Here's another medium roof 15.9. Extended lift medium roof 15.9. I mean, these are great entry points for a cargo van. I'm not gonna lie to you. The high roofs, here's a high roof. All right, so this is the first high roof we come across. Took us a few pages to scroll. 2016 Ford Transit extended length high roof. You are looking at about 16.9 for this one. This one got 132,000 miles on it. This is not bad. I would definitely want to go take a look at it. It is about going on 10 years old. But, to me, a person who is in a big market, I have, mechanics from being in the industry on deck already that I've been dealing with for over a decade. To me, this is something, if I were looking to get a cargo van, I would definitely be interested in this price point. Now, when I'm telling the new entrants, well, Mark, you just said go to a traditional dealership. Yes, for a new entrant, I would recommend you go to a traditional dealership, especially if you're going to finance, because you're working with limited capital. Mark, who's been in the industry for a while, who has resources, who has capital, I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to take my mechanic out there and I'm going to buy this thing 15,000. I'm going to buy this cash. If I got to drop a trans in there, so what? Because I already know how I'm going to make this shake. All right. My risk tolerance is a little bit different, right? The reason I would recommend a new entrant who's going to go the finance route to go to a traditional dealership, because you're going the finance route. I'm sending you there because I want you to have a lower interest rate. I want you to deal with a traditional bank. You may not have the resources and the capital to cash out $15,000. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Now, to the individual who's coming in with the realistic entry and they have working capital, they want to go cash, this is an option. All right. So I would go look at this. It has low mileage to be almost 10 years old. 16,900 is not that bad. It's a high roof, extended. No, this ain't even an extended. This is just a high roof. This is a normal length high roof. So this is not an extended version. So me particularly probably wouldn't be interested in a high roof that's not extended. I would, if I'm going high roof, I need extended. All right, here go one. This looks like one that's been pulled out of the Amazon fleet. Let's see. This one has, this is a 2019 250 high roof extended length. This one has 114,000 miles on it. So 2019 for 16,995. I would be interested in this. It has very low mileage on it. It's fairly late model. Looks pretty clean. Definitely an Amazon fleet. You can tell by the color code. This is an Amazon, previous Amazon vehicle. Another way you can tell if it's an Amazon vehicle by if it's upfitted on the inside. Amazon usually upfits all their vehicles for obvious reasons on the inside, and it's pretty consistent for every single vehicle. Once we get in the back, I'll be able to affirm. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely an Amazon vehicle outside of the color code, obviously, but the upfitting as well. It has the yellow bars. It has the shelves. Obviously, most entrants that are coming into the business, if they're not buying this vehicle upfitted already, most people that are coming in won't go to the extreme lengths and spending the amount of money for this type of upfitting out of pocket. This is something that a company like Amazon, they just go all the way with the upfitting to make it really, really to make the workload a little bit easier for the employees. Most people that's buying a van, they'll put some upfitting in it. You know, if you buy it new, you may have a rebate or they may give you incentives, $1,000 in free upfitting. But this is really extreme upfitting. So I don't want to go drag on too long, but I do want to give you guys an idea on how to shop for a van. Because I think a lot of people choose the wrong van, they jump the gun, and they don't know how to shop. For a new entrant who has, you know, a realistic entry, $25,000 to $45,000. This is something I would be looking at. I would definitely try to cash out on this if you had the higher end of capital for this particular vehicle. I think this is wow, I went too far. I think that's a great vehicle to get. I hit the wrong button. I want to go back to that real quick before we move on. And then I do want to add one more entry point for a cargo van. Comfortable. I think I'm going to add comfortable, and because there are people that do have cash flow, and obviously that's going to be $50,000 plus. Obviously, if you got more than $50,000, you're pretty comfortable. The learning curve isn't going to affect you as it would a person who's coming in realistically or a person who's coming in cheap. And then you have the ability to really do a little bit more shopping if you want more of a reliable vehicle. I wouldn't recommend buying a new vehicle, but you have that option, and obviously plenty more working capital. I want to get back to that van. I'm sorry about that, you guys. But to me, for a person who's coming in, obviously cheap, wouldn't be able to get this van because this is from, you know, a mom and pop dealership. I wouldn't recommend you buying a used vehicle in any facet from a mom and pop dealership, especially a commercial vehicle, because of the type of financing that they're going to put you through. Is going to be a hard money lender. So if I were to go to this place, Blue Sky Auto here in Brighton Park, where is this at? Probably on Kidsey or Archer somewhere, wherever this is at, I would definitely go in with about $17,000 cash for this vehicle. It looks pretty clean. It's already upfitted. It's ready to work. You know, it came out of the Amazon fleet. So the maintenance, it's fleet maintained. 17,000, very low mileage, 114,000 miles. To me, this is a win. To me, this is a win. All right, so we can sit there and look at vans all day. I don't want to get too dragged away with vans, but I did want to give you guys different options on, depending on where you're at financially, how you should go about shopping for a van. All right.